where am I? Pomni asked as she woke up in a strange new environment, not knowing where she was or how she got there. She looked around, trying to gather as much information as she could. She appeared to be in a series of metal hallways, surrounded by glowing red cubes, inside of which were several bizarre creatures that were contained. To her left, there was a man covered in a yellow sponge-like substance, carrying a sharp spatula. On her right, there was a blue alien with 4 arms and a razor-tipped tail. But what caught her attention most was the cube directly in front of her, which contained what appeared to be a hologram of a face, surrounded by human teeth, locked in a tube. Suddenly, the hologram began to speak to her. "Hello there, Pomni. I am the Range Master. I know you must be quite confused right now, and all will be explained later. But right now, you and I need to get out of here." Pomni, having difficulty processing all this, spoke up. Excuse me, Mr. Range Master? Where am I? Who am I?" "So many questions," the Range Master said, in an almost condescending tone. "Currently, we are stuck in an extra-dimensional lab owned by an ex-agent of the MIA by the name of Seller. If you can disable my cell, I can get us all out of here." Pomni, even more confused, nodded. But how am I supposed to, I'm just... She then looked down and noticed the strange outfit she was wearing. It appeared to be some kind of form-fitting armor. It was red and blue with several gold accents. She also carried 2 knives. "Ranger Pomni," Rangemaster said, "make your way to cell D23. There you will find the help you need." With very little information to go off of, Pomni managed to make her way to cell block D. As soon as she did, she noticed something inside the glowing red cells. Inside the cells appeared to be humans, like her, wearing similar outfits. Pomni immediately ran to cell D23, inside which was a female ranger, wearing a mostly purple suit, a brown helmet with red highlights. "Hey, hello," Pomni said. "That Rangemaster guy told me to come here, and you would tell me how to free you all." "Oh great, another one." Suddenly, a man wearing a purple and pink ranger suit who started speaking. "Oh great, we got another one. This place is gonna run out of cells if that pair of dentures keeps this up." The girl in the brown helmet groaned. "That is Ranger Jax. Ignore him. My name is Ranger Agatha. So, what you need to do is head to the experimentation lab. That Seller guy has us trapped down here and has a code that will shut down all the cells. Unfortunately, that code is kept in a hard drive that he keeps around his neck at all times. So in other words, you might as well just crawl into a cell now. It'll save you some pain," interrupted Ranger Jax. Ranger Pomni, however, was determined. "No, I'm going to save you all. I promise." Jax simply shook his head. "Sure you are, kid." Ranger Agatha continued. "Currently, Seller's in the experimentation lab where he's doing brutal experiments on 2 of our rangers, Ranger Zubal and Ranger Kaufmo. If you can free these 2, and all 3 of you take on Seller together, I think you can beat him." Pomni nodded and set off towards the experimentation lab. She had no idea where that was, but did eventually manage to find a digital map. She pressed her finger on the area labeled Experimentation Lab, and suddenly a red light enveloped her. In the little as a second, Pomni had been teleported to the Experimentation Lab. Fortunately for her, Seller was out for the moment, giving her time to explore the lab. Using this opportunity, she immediately began to look for the other rangers, and soon, unfortunately, she found one. After walking into the room, she screamed as she saw the decapitated head of a ranger wearing a pink helmet. Ranger Pomni looked around the room further and saw several ranger body parts scattered about the room, seemingly held on display. She was about to move on, leaving the ranger for dead, when the decapitated head began to speak. "Hey, you," she said in a voice that was near monotone. Could you please bring my head over to my torso? Pomni almost screamed again. How are you alive? The head finished her sentence. I have the power to split apart my body, though currently that's not much of an advantage. Now, could you please reattach my head? Pomni, resisting the urge to puke, picked up the pink head and placed it upon the yellow spot-covered body. Once Ranger Zubal was completely assembled, Pomni could feel herself almost puke again, this time due to how little the outfit matched. Ranger Zubal grabbed her red axe, which resembled a crab's claw, and turned to Ranger Pomni. Thanks, I guess. Now, let's get out of here. Here, wait! Pomni protested. What about Ranger Kaufmo? Ranger Zubal shook her head. I wouldn't worry about that, she said dryly. But before she could explain further, Stellar walked into the room. Pomni, looking at Stellar, was confused. First, because the man didn't look at all intimidating. He looked like a regular human, albeit with silver hair, red sunglasses, and a red suit. Second, despite what Pomni expected, Stellar didn't seem at all mad. It appears that AI is at it again, Stellar said, unnervingly calm. At first, I was mad about you amazing digital rangers constantly being summoned to my domain. However, soon I realized an opportunity could come from this. For now, I have a host of new subjects I can use for my experiments, such as this one, for instance. Suddenly, Stellar pressed a button, and a cell behind Pomni and Zubal opened. Inside was a man wearing a yellow ranger suit. Are you Ranger Kaufmo? Pomni asked. Ranger Kaufmo, in response, began violently screaming. No! Don't come closer! Get away from me! You don't know what he's... Suddenly, Ranger Kaufmo's body began to morph. His arm began to glitch into black polygons, and the same transformation began to occur throughout his body. A black, glitching tail burst from behind him, as an array of purple and yellow eyes appeared and covered his entire body. Kaufmo is no more, Stellar said in triumph. Meet the abstraction. The former ranger, now fully transformed, rushed at Pomni on all four, using its glitching legs. However, Ranger Zubal took her axe and chopped into one of the creature's arms. The arm was cut off, but the creature quickly recovered. Pomni unsheathed her blades and was about to rush at the abstraction, but was stopped by Ranger Zubal. No, she said. I'll hold off the abstraction for now. You handle Stellar. Get the kill code, run to the control station, and free the rest from the Rangers. Pomni agreed and ran out of the room. Stellar was standing outside, seemingly waiting for her. Please, human. Do you truly think you even stand a fraction of a chance against an agent? Pomni had a plan, but needed to keep him talking. What even is an agent anyway? Agents are the physical manifestations of chaos and order throughout the multiverse. We are the most powerful beings, so far above. While he was talking, Ranger Pomni slipped in and grabbed the kill code from around his neck. Before Stellar could even comprehend he had been tricked, Pomni ran over to the map, clicked on the control center, and was teleported away. Once she arrived, she quickly inserted the code, opening all the cells.